guys, welcome back to my kitchen, and today I have an absolutely delicious Harvest sheet pan dinner recipe that is only gonna take you 20 minutes. Prep is pretty quick. What's most time consuming is really just chopping everything, and then we just stick it in the oven for 20 minutes and we are good to go. So first thing you're gonna need is you are going to need chicken apple sausage. I got these from the grocery store. I think some of my favorites are actually Aidel's, so A-I-D-E-L. Yes, I think that's how you spell it. Those chicken apple sausages are delicious. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a bowl and we're just gonna chop up the chicken apple sausage. You're gonna need about, I would say about a pound. And I'm just gonna cut these into chunks. There we go. Let's cut these a couple more so that they're bite-sized. There we go. And then we're gonna take the sausage and we're just gonna add it to a big bowl. Make sure I cut those all the way through. There we go. Then after the chicken, what we're gonna do is we're gonna add about a pound of Brussels sprouts. So I already went ahead and chopped these, so I just have them. You can have and quarter them as well. We're gonna add the Brussels to the chicken sausage. And then I took one red onion, again, already pre-cut, just to make this video a little bit quicker for you. I took one red onion, cut it up, and we're gonna add that to the bowl. Next, we have butternut squash. So I bought this already pre-cut and packaged. It is more expensive this way, so if you wanna save on money, you can just buy your own butternut squash and then chop it up yourself. But if you wanna save on time, pre-packaged, dump it in. So we have everything in the bowl, but we're missing the apple. So I am taking one Honeycrisp apple. And again, you just wanna go ahead and just chop up the apple. It doesn't really matter how you chop it up, just kind of into chunks. So I like to just kind of core it first, and then I'm just gonna go ahead, put it into chunks, add it to the bowl, and do that with the rest of the apple. So sheet pan dinners are actually some of my favorites just because one, they're so delicious and you can just cook everything at once. So we're just gonna be adding everything to the sheet pan and then cooking everything together. And this one is one of my favorites for fall. Add that in there. And then let's cut this last one up, just into little chunks. And we're gonna add that to our bowl. So next we have our chicken apple sausage, our red onion, our apple, our butternut squash, and our Brussels in the bowl. Now for the sauce, what we're gonna do is we're gonna add 1/4 cup of coconut aminos. So what coconut aminos are they're pretty much just a soy-free alternative to soy sauce. So you guys can use soy sauce if you want. If not, if you can find these at the grocery store, I think it's great to have on hand. And then what we're gonna do is we're also gonna take that same 1/4 cup and we're gonna add a 1/4 cup of olive oil. And then we're gonna take minced garlic and add about 1 tablespoon to that. Again, you guys can vary how much you're adding depending on how you like things. So if you like it really garlicky, feel free to add more. Then we're gonna add 1 tablespoon of Dijon mustard. So I'm gonna add that in there. And then last but not least, we're gonna be a little generous with our paprika. So just add that to the bowl. And then I'm also gonna add some sea salt. And then what we're gonna do is we're just gonna combine all this together. So I'm just gonna get dirty and I'm just gonna use my hands to toss all of this together in the nice sauce that we just created. Get everything nice and mixed up. There we go. I love all the colors. When your plate has a lot of colors, it's usually healthy for you and it's really pretty. All right, so after that's all mixed up, what I'm gonna do is grab it and I'm gonna transfer it over to our sheet pan. Take it and just pour it. I forgot to tell you guys to preheat your oven to 425. Go ahead and do that if you have not. And I'm just gonna dump all of this onto the sheet pan and then spread it out. So spread it out so that you can try to not have too many things overlapping each other. There we go. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this and I'm going to stick it in the oven I'm gonna have to clean off my hands after this. We're gonna stick it in the oven for about 20 minutes. So after the 20 minutes, I went ahead and turned it to broil for 5 minutes just to make it a little crispy, totally optional. And voila. We have our sheet pan dinner ready to go. So what you guys can do is either plate this and have it on its own, or you can also add it to a bed of quinoa or even to a salad. So if you do have leftovers, this would be great on top of a salad. So I like to just kind of have it like this over quinoa is one of my favorites. And then if you really want to get fancy, I don't have any pumpkin seeds here, but you can totally top this with some pumpkin seeds. And there we go. A little bit of everything in this bite. If I can get a butternut squash. Bon appetit.